Hey guys, Gagar297 again, this time with a review of the 144 scale Hyper Mode God Gundam, also known as the Burning Gundam in the English dub, because for some reason referencing God would be a bad thing. Jesus. So yeah, for colors you of course only have two. You have the very nice gold chrome and you've got the polycaps. Now one thing has to be said about the gold chrome on this kit. Normally they only chrome one side of the runner, but of course these wings are visible on both sides. So you have one side which is the good side. This is like mirror coated like all of the rest, but then you also have the bad side which isn't mirror coated. This is coated like the Hyaku Shiki. It's kind of like a more flat, non-reflective surface. Still looks pretty good, but it's a little bit of a shame because the entire model kit is mirror coated, and then you've got these wings here which aren't. So a little bit of a shame there. It would have been nice if they had just, well, done it on both sides. But yeah, guess they didn't. So for stickers, you only have to use one sticker for the eyes, but for some reason they gave you the stickers for all of the hyper modes. Yeah, not sure why they did it, but if for some reason you need more eye stickers, buy this kit. On to articulation, and I've got to say, for a G Gundam kit, this kit was absolutely amazing. The head goes up, down, rotates around all the way. If you're careful enough, then the arms will rotate until they, well, yeah, if you pull them out, they go around all the way. So you of course have to be careful with these wings. They do get a little bit in the way, especially because you of course have this very big arm guard thing going on. Then they bend, I think that's about 90 degrees, a little bit less. Then you've got the standard polycap hands, which are on ball joints, wiggle around, rotate, do everything a ball joint does. Then rotates around at the waist about that far. And then something I was really surprised by. The front skirts are on separate ball joint. They're kind of like the Victory Gundam kits. No, actually, this guy uses the exact same part here for his waist as the Victory Gundam kits. So that was really amazing. So his legs go out until the front skirt pops out. Actually, without the front skirt, they would go up all the way like that. So if you just want to have a dramatic pose, remove the front skirt and there you go. Then, oh yeah, they go backwards about that far. Like so. So you get about that much. And there went both of them. Then they go out about that far. Then, well, of course they're on ball joints, so we'll also wiggle around a little bit. Then the knees are on double joints, so they go that far. Oh man, I just said this guy was amazing and he's falling apart. Yeah, I was just giving you praise, guy. Come on. There we go. So, like I said, articulation is overall pretty good until he decides to fall apart. Then, feet go forwards, backwards, a little bit side to side, and we'll rotate a little bit like so. And then for accessories. The first accessory, and unfortunately also kind of useless, is his beam saber. Now when I hold it like this, it looks great. When I turn it around, yeah, it's only got silver. It's literally half gold, half silver. That's really jarring to look at. It looks great from one side, looks like, yeah, pretty much a piece of shit the other side. So yeah, you're not going to use this. But of course, there's also a different reason. Because you can pull out these arm guards. There you go. Then you see there are two pegs here and then you remove the hand and replace it with his God finger. Pop it in. Once again, it's on a ball joint, so we'll do everything a ball joint does, and then pop it in like this. There you go. Then of course you pop out the wings, and there you go. And like I said, these wings do get a little bit in the way, so have to be careful that you're not going to scratch these with his shoulder guard. Just move it down a little bit and it'll be good. And here you have it, the main event of this kit, his God finger, or I believe it was called the burning finger, I suppose, in the English dub. There we go. And that's once again a reason why you're not going to use his beam saber. And a final feature, as with all of the G Gundam kits, you can pull out his core lander, and oh yeah, the side scores here, you cannot remove these beam sabers, so you cannot make it look like he pulled one out. A little bit unfortunate, but yeah, it's a very old kit. You can pull these out if you're careful enough, because of course I think this gold plating makes the parts a little bit thicker, and it makes it a lot more scarier to pull out because I don't want to break his wings. This is gonna take a while, isn't it? I'm genuinely afraid of snapping these wings. It's not coming out. That's a bit of a worry. So yeah, I think it's pretty much stuck in there. Yeah, not coming loose. I don't feel it coming out, so if it's not going to come out right now, I'm just going to show an image of the manual, and you'll have to do it with that, because it literally is stuck in there, and it's not coming out. Oh, there we go. So yeah, you can remove the core lander, and it's like a thing with wings and thrusters, and yeah, it's a thing. And it looks like it's got Vulcans underneath. So yeah, a futuristic car with wings? Yeah, it's a thing he can drive around in. Let's keep it at that. And yeah, you're probably not going to pull this out. You saw how much effort it took, and I was genuinely afraid of snapping the wings or snapping something else. So yeah, there you have it. A neat little thing to do. You can have a golden thing if you're willing to risk it. As always, the inevitable question is, do you want to buy this? Well, it retails for 700 yen. It looks amazing. Sculpt-wise is great. It's gold chromed. Articulation is great for a kid of its time. So if you're a G Gundam fan, you have to buy it. It's cheap, it's great, it's amazing. The only real downside is that, well, the only real downside comes with the gold chrome. Of course, this guy wasn't meant to be a chrome kit when they made it, so there are little black spots here left over from the runner, but I gotta say, they aren't all that visible. These two ones here are the most visible ones. You've also got one here, you might be able to tell it, and there's one underneath the arm guard, which is very well hidden. And yeah, I've got ones here on top, like here. These aren't really ones you're going to immediately see. So I've got to say, they are pretty well hidden. And of course, another drawback is this sword, but like I've said, not going to use it anyways. So quick comparison with his companions here. You got a Max and Gundam Rose, and his head and shoulders above these. Pretty much, these only have their hyper mode gold chrome going for them. This is an amazing kit in its own right. The base kit itself is great. So, like I said before, if you're a G Gundam fan, you just have to buy it. Quick comparison with the Gundam Spiegel, the only G Gundam kit that actually comes close to the God Gundam. And finally, comparison with the original Gundam. As you can see, it's quite a small kit. Well, that's all for this review, and see you at the next one.